Hi kids, how are you all? I hope you all must be fine, right? So today we are going to read for class 4 Science Olympiad. And in class 4 Science Olympiad, which portion we are going to discuss? We are going to discuss the previous year questions of SOF LSO level 1 exam. Okay. So in our previous session, we have already discussed some questions, and in our today's session, we are going to discuss some more questions. Okay. So are you ready for it? Yes. So let's get started. So our first question, the Earth takes days day to complete one rotation on its axis and days day to complete one revolution in its orbit around the Sun. So options are A 28 365, B 24 1, C 1 365, D 24 365. So here the question is the Earth takes how many days to complete one rotation on its axis and how many days to complete one revolution in its orbit around the Sun. We know that Earth takes one day to complete one rotation, right? And 365 days, that is 1 year to complete one revolution in its orbit around the Sun. Okay, so the correct answer is option C, that is 1 and 365. Coming to the next question, select the option that correctly identifies X. So X, it allows light to pass through it. It has a fixed shape. It has a fixed volume. Okay. Options are A, marble tile, B, glass, C, water, D, carbon dioxide. So C, it has fixed shape and fixed volume. That means X is a solid substance. Now it allows light to pass through it. Okay. So we have to find out which one is the correct answer. So it is a solid and it allows light to pass through it. So that is the glass. Got it? So correct answer is option B. Coming to the next question. Dash is the organ where absorption of water from undigested food occurs. Okay. So 4 options are there, right? So among the given options, we have to find out in which organ absorption of water from undigested food occurs. So that from undigested food, the absorption of water occurs in large intestine. Okay, so option D, that is the correct answer, that is the large intestine, and this one is small intestine. Yes, this is liver and this is stomach. Okay, so coming to the next question, study the given classification chart. Materials: Group X, balloon, cork, oil. Group Y, honey, fresh egg, needle. Which of the following are the most suitable headlines for the group X and Y? So group X and for group Y, options are A, translucent opaque, B, hard soft, C, float on water, saint in water, D, natural man-made. Okay, so here the balloon, cork, oil, these things they float on water, right? And this group Y, which contains this honey, fresh egg, needle, they sink in water, right? So here the correct answer is option C, float on water and sink in water. Coming to the next question, Rupali plotted a graph to show the intensity of sound heard during the activities X, Y and Z. Which of the following graphs would she have obtained? So key is X, sound made by a cricket, Y, jet plane taking off, Z, alarm clock ringing in a vacuum. So 4 options are there, right? In the x-axis activities are there and in the y-axis intensity of sound heard is there. So if we try to compare the intensity of the sound, then the alarm clock ringing in a vacuum, it will be completely zero because sound need a medium to propagate. Okay, but in vacuum no medium is there, so we cannot hear the sound of alarm clock. right? And comparing the sound made by a cricket and a jet plane taking off, of course the sound made by a cricket, it will be less than the sound made by the jet plane taking off, and for jet it will be 0. So here the correct answer is option B, x is less than y and z is 0. Got it? Coming to the next question, the given table shows the time taken by a ball to roll over the same distance over four different surfaces P, Q, R and S. If the ball is pushed with the same force in each case, then which surface P, Q, R or S is the smoothest? Options are A, P, B, R, C, S, D, Q. So surface and the time taken by the ball, P 6 second, Q 15 second, R 10 second, S 18 second. Okay. So we have to find which one is the smoothest. So if any surface is smooth, then what will happen? It won't offer any resistance. Okay. The ball, it will easily flow on that surface, right? So if it is smoothest and the ball can easily roll that surface, okay, that means it will take least time for the ball to move that area. Got it? So here 6 second is the least time. That means the smoothest surface, that will be P. So correct answer is option A. And if there is a surface which is that is the most roughest one, then it will take the most means the yes, it will take the most time to complete that area. Okay, so or the roll over the distance. So that is the answer is option A. Coming to the next question, identify it in the given region. It normally grows in the field. It is a grain from what I hear. It can be eaten piece by piece or straight from a long ear. Options are A, banana, B, lemon, C, corn, D, onion. Okay, so what will be the answer? Yes, I guess you all must be knowing the answer. It is grows in the field. It is a grain. Then it can be eaten piece by piece or straight from a long ear. That is the corn, right? So correct answer is option C. Coming to the next question, Rubina kept some naphthalene balls in her almirah. After few days, she observed that their size has decreased. The change that occurs in size of naphthalene ball is similar to the change in state of matter taking place when options are A, ice cream is put on a table, B, water is boiled and vapors are formed, C, curd is made from milk, D, a camphor block is heated. So, when we keep naphthalene balls in almirah, after few days the size is decreased. Why? Because naphthalene balls, they are in solid state and they are directly converted to their vapor state without passing through the liquid state. Okay, and this process is known as sublimation, and the naphthalene balls undergo sublimation. So we have to find out in which of the following option also sublimation is taking place. Okay, so a camphor block, when it is heated, it is also converted into the vapor state directly without passing through the liquid state. That means this naphthalene ball and the camphor block, okay, they all undergo sublimation. That's why option D is the correct answer. Coming to the next question, study the given figure of water cycle. Which of the given processes is also responsible for our foggy breath in winter? Options are A, P, B, R, C, Q, D, either Q or R. Okay. So, what are the processes here? In P, the water is converted into water vapor. So, P is the process that is evaporation. Then, in Q, water vapor is converted to the water droplets, right? So, this one is condensation. Then, here R, that is raining, is occurs. So, R is the precipitation. Okay, and snowfall, it will be also precipitation. Then we have to find out which of the given process is also responsible for our foggy breath in the winters. So in winters our breath is foggy breath, right? Why? Because it is due to the process in which the water vapor is converted into the water droplets. Okay, so that is the condensation. So here correct answer is option C, that is. So in when we breathe in that air, okay, in that air, water vapors are all present, right? So what happens there? Here it will be converted into water droplets. That's why these foggy breaths are so. Got it? Coming to the next question, study the given classification table formed on the basis of method of cooking and identify P and Q. And group X, momos, dhokla, P. Group Y, samosa, Q, pakoda. And for P and Q options are A, cake, jam, B, pickle, biscuit, C, eggs, rice, D, idli, so we have in the given classification table formed on the basis of method of cooking, we have to identify P and Q. The momos and dhokla, these are prepared by steaming, right? The method of cooking, that is the steaming, and the samosa, pakoda, here the method of cooking is frying. So which of the following options these are prepared by steaming? Yes, this one is idli. So P, it could be idli, and for frying Q, it could be puri. Okay, so correct answer is option D, idli and puri. So coming to the next question, match column 1 with column 2 and select the correct option from the codes given below. Column 1, inclined plane, wheel and axle, lever, screw, gauge. Column 2, bottle opener, ram, jar, lid, screwdriver and fork. Options are for A, B, C, D, E. A, 32451, B, 13542, C, 45321, D, 2413. Okay, so we have to find out the correct option. So A, inclined plane, that is ram. So we can write here 2. Then wheel and axle, it could be screwdriver, that we can write here 4. Then lever, it can be a bottle opener. Okay, so we can write here 1. Screw, that could be the jar lid, so we can write here 3. And gauge, it could be the fork. Okay, so we can write here 5. 2, 4, 1, 3, 5. Where it is present? It is present in option D. So option D is the correct answer. Coming to the next question, read the given statement and select the option that correctly identifies them as true and false one. 1. Copper and gold are ductile materials. 2. Winnowing is used to separate grain from stalks by beating them. 3. Generally, solubility of gases decreases with increase in temperature. 4. Oxygen gas is insoluble in water. Options are for 1, 2, 3, 4. A. TTFF, B. FFFT, C. TFTF, D. FTFT. Okay. So we have to find the true and false ones. So the first one, copper and gold are ductile materials. This one is true. So ductile materials means from the materials we can a wear can be drawn. Okay, a wear can be drawn. So this one is correct. From the metal, from almost all the metals, we can draw wear, and that's why they are the ductile materials. Got it? Then the next one is winnowing is used to separate grains from stalks by beating them. No, this one is false. So winnowing is used to separate grains from the chaff. Okay, and so that's why this one is the false one. Then generally solubility of gases decreases with increase in temperature. This one is correct. Then oxygen gas is insoluble in water. This one is false. Oxygen gas is soluble in water, and that oxygen is used by the aquatic animals and plants. Okay. So TF, where it is present? It is present in option C. That's why option C is the correct answer. Coming to the next question. Which of the following statements is correct regarding sea breeze? Options are 1. Hot air blows from sea towards land. 2. Hot air on the land rises up. 3. Cool air blows from land towards sea. 4. Cool air on the sea rises up. Options are A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. 2 and 3 only, D. 1, 3 and 4 only. Okay. So, we have to find the correct statement regarding sea breeze. So, regarding sea breeze, what is sea breeze? That breeze or that wind which comes from sea towards the land, from sea towards the land, that is the sea breeze. And why that breeze or wind will come from sea towards the land? If the air which is present on the land, it will heat. Okay, it will be heated up. That hot air of the land, it will rise up. If the hot air of the land, it will rise up, then that area, it will be covered by the air from the surrounding. Okay, and that's why from the sea the air come to the land during daytime. That is what we call the sea breeze. Okay, so here hot air goes from sea toward the land. No, it will be the cold air. Hot air on the land rises up. Correct. Cool air blows from land towards sea. No. Cool air on the sea rises up. No. So correct answer is option B, that is 2 only. Coming to the next question, study the given Venn diagram. Which letter P to T represent Venus and Uranus? So rotates in a clockwise direction, has longest rotation period, takes 84 years to revolve around the sun. For Venus and Uranus, options are A, Q, R, B, T, S, C, P, R, D, R, S. So here, first, if we talk about Venus, so Venus, that is that rotates in clockwise direction. We know that, right? It rotates in clockwise direction and it has the longest rotation period. Okay, so P, it will be Venus. P will be Venus. Next, coming to Uranus. Uranus rotates in a clockwise direction, correct? And also it takes time. It takes 84 years to revolve around the sun. Okay, so this one is also correct. Then R, it could be Uranus. Got it? So correct answer is option C. That is Venus P and Uranus R. Coming to the next question. Study the given flow chart and select the incorrect option. So animal, yes. Warm-blooded, yes. Has feathers on its body, no. Has hair on its body, yes. S. Then here, no. Has 6 legs, Q, yes. P. Yes. Has webbed feet, yes. R. So we have to find the incorrect option. The first one, Q can be an animal with gills to breathe. So what is Q? Q is here. Animal, yes. Warm-blooded, no. So that means it is cold-blooded. It has 6 legs, no. Okay. So here that Q, this could be the fish, right? So fish, they are the animals which breathe through the gills. So this one is correct. Then P can be an animal from whose cocoon silk is obtained. So what is P here? Animal, warm-blooded, no. Has 6 legs, yes. So it could be the silkworm. Okay. So Q, it could be the fish, and P, it could be the silkworm. And you know that from that we get the cocoon silk, right? So this one is also correct. S can be an animal that carries its young one in a pouch. What is S? Animal, yes. Warm-blooded, yes. Has feathers on its body, No. Has hair in its body? Yes. Yes. So eggs, these are the this could be the marsupials like kangaroo. Okay, they have a pouch, and that in that pouch they carry the young ones. You must have means for this you must have known about the kangaroo, right? So yes, it would be the correct one. Then option D, R can be an animal whose nest is called eyrie. So R can be the animal whose nest is called eyrie. These are usually the bird of prey, right? Like eagle, falcon, hawk. These are the things. And R is the animal which is warm-blooded, which has feathers on the body and which has webbed feet. These birds of prey, they do not have webbed feet. Okay, so R is the wrong answer. So correct answer is option D. Got it, everyone? So this much for today's session. Let's meet you in the next session. Till then, read mindfully, practice all the questions properly. Okay, so meet you soon. Bye bye, everyone.